Welcome to the Airsoft GI first ever AMA. I don't know if this can be our last one ever, but
so quiet.
Ask me anything.
Us.
Now let's keep in mind these are our personal opinions. These aren't opinions of Airsoft GI necessarily. And we got a few good questions that you guys submitted over on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that cool stuff. I'm gonna start with you, Cisco.
Okay.
Best snacks for a day of Airsoft?
Cheez-Its. Do you not see my videos? Come on.
You don't
What
need
kind-
more
what
time
kind
for
of
that?
Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its. You know, Gatorade, water, all the fluids you need. Sandwiches are cool.
Alright, Aaron, best snacks for a day of Airsoft?
Usually when I play outdoor,
I
I like to assimilate through photosynthesis. I'm a big fan of laying on my back and just photosynthesis.
Laying on your back. Classic. Photosynthesis.
I like Isaiah's.
Very well, very well. Best snacks for a day of airsofting? I have to agree with Cisco on that. Cheez-Its or
Actually, like just to point out, Mike is the one who turned me on to Cheez-Its. Remember we went to SC Village and one of the refs was like, here, it was like your homie, he just handed you a box of Cheez-Its. And we're like, oh damn, these are coming in clutch right now. Like,
we had one person submit a question anonymously, didn't want his name involved in it. And this is actually a pretty good one for me. I'm friends with a few people that create stuff for the airsoft industry. How do you feel, I'm going to start with you, Aaron, this time because we started with you last time. How do you feel about counterfeit products being made within the airsoft industry itself? As we all know, a particular airsoft/paintball company ripped off a very high-end speed loader earlier this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say any names, but I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about. What is your opinion on stuff like that?
I feel as though if you were to create something that got popular, or if you were to have your, I guess, blueprints or model taken by another company for them to get the proceeds off of, that's not very fair. Some people really work really hard to get that model out, and for you to just be able to yeah, it's mine, and just make money off of it, that's not okay.
What do you think, Cisco?
I mean, for guns in particular, it's kind of difficult because M4s, AKs, there's plenty of different variants, but all of those are technically like a copy, right? But for very unique products like said speed loader, that was very innovative. I love mine, by the way. But I bought the real one, just saying.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I think for stuff like that where it's specialized and and you can tell right off the bat, damn, that was a ripoff.
Alright, so for me personally, I agree with you on the gun one there. There's no real way to stop guns from being produced. If you look back on it, everybody ripped off TM at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ripped off the version 2 gearbox, slightly modified it to make it fit into this gun, that gun, whatever it might be.
Yep.
You look at people like G&G with their ARP9, and then Classic Armor dropped the X9 right after that. Everybody says, oh, why did Classic Armor rip them off? But nobody talks about G&G ripping off GMP with the Patriot years ago. It it didn't take off, and then the 9mm AR is hot and real steel right now, so it transferred to Airsoft. Exactly. But nobody ever really talks about that. For me personally, though, when it comes to ripping off guns, I could care less. People are making more and more guns to choose from. Overall, better product for us players. Our next question is coming from someone who didn't really care to remain anonymous. This came from YouTube user Jared Martinez. Brushless LMGs. Your thoughts on that possibility, or why has anybody not done brushless LMG yet? I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. I think the only company that's done brushless is VFC with their Virgo. It's not quite stateside just yet. But those should be coming in pretty soon, and those things are ridiculously fast.
I never really thought about it in an LMG. So the fact that you mentioned that is why hasn't that been done yet? Because there's plenty of space that you could fit that motor in there. That'll be insane. But because of the high strength and high speed that brushless motors can put out, you're going to need to reinforce everything.
Hi, Kappas.
Clearly someone doesn't care for the outdoor field to play. Question for this one, it's not even airsoft related. What was the highest education of any of you had pursued? If so, what was it? I feel like maybe business or marketing. Now, you guys have both started this, so I guess I can start this one. The highest education I pursued was just some college. I couldn't afford to keep going. College ain't cheap. So
very true.
Paying $270 for just tuition on top of the student fees, any other health fees, any other BS administration fees that schools want to tack on. I just couldn't afford to keep going, so I'm working, and then every chance I get, I save up, and I'll go to school every now and then. But it's going to be a while before I get any kind of degree, so yeah, that's a little bit about me.
You don't want to answer first?
I mean, mine's kind of boring.
This is a deep-ass question, just saying. But, no, yeah, some college for me as well. I graduated high school 2009, and just a series of unfortunate events.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it just happened to me, and I wasn't able to go too far. I would still love to pursue it. Outside of, I didn't really do any business. Honestly, like in high school, I leaned more toward elective classes. Like I love music. I love video production. I love acting, and those are just some of those things that I would love to have pursued.
For those of you guys who don't know, I'm kind of dating myself right now. I'm only 18. So I just recently graduated from high school. The only college I ever decided to apply to was Hogwarts, and I never got my owl back. So...
No, that's not a college.
Not yet.
That's not a college.
It's a university, technically. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but Hogwarts, I never got my owl back. I never got my bus with the floating head on it.
Don't forget, he who shall be named destroyed all the records of any Muggle-born.
Muggle-born. Anyway, but yeah, I'm only 18. I haven't pursued that much of a college-type career. I just kind of went straight into working, mostly because I didn't want to go to college. And for those of you who are watching the video who feel very pressured to go to college, I don't know, when it comes to family, friends, or whatnot, do what you want to, as opposed to what people expect you to do.
Positivity. Yeah, it's your life. It's your life, and pursue what you want. Like, of course, there's gonna be the pressure from friends and family that want you to be successful and become this or do this. But will you be happy? Yeah.
So these are the questions I strive to try to get in here, because it's not airsoft related, and all we do is talk about airsoft.
True.
Not that I don't like airsoft. I absolutely love it. I wish to continue playing it for many years. But it gets a little stale when that's the only thing you're talking about. So kind of branch out a little bit, talk about other things. So last question here. We're going to wrap it up because our editor's getting mad at us because he has to edit so many things.
I love you.
But how do you think, or do you think it would be a good idea to make a 500 round mid-cap box mag? Asked by @edge_lord_supreme on Instagram.
Well, repeat that question.
Do you think it would be a good idea to make a 500+ round mid-cap box mag? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start this one because it's already been done. And
what? Wait a minute.
How can it be a mid cap
and a box mag?
Give
me 1 second. I'll explain that.
It's like a snake.
So, Z-Shot this year actually released a PTW Magpul 60 round drum mag that holds 1,200 rounds, and it's a mid cap for the PTW. So it's a single track of BBs that holds 1,200 rounds, and it's a mid cap. No wobble, no battery, just a single, really well designed spring. It's like a $400 magazine, but it's a 1,200 round mid cap magazine.
So when did mid cap become a name and not a classification of how many BBs were in there?
Mid cap has always been a classification.
The BBs, yeah.
Because like a high cap is classified for 300 with a winder, right? And then mid cap.
Okay, so the way I see it as a high cap is defined by any magazine with an open reservoir, and it's wound by a main cog, and either you wind it yourself or you use a flash mag, or you use the tool like the new 416 mags.
Yeah.
A mid cap is classified as a magazine with a single track of BBs in it. It doesn't matter what the capacity is; it's a single track of BBs. Because I remember back in the day, MAG made mid caps that were like the extended, that look like 40 rounders and ARs, and they held 270 BBs.
Yeah.
And that was ridiculous.
And those are considered mid caps.
Those are still considered mid caps.
Yeah.
But it was just short of a high cap.
No, yeah. So in the same defense, they do have the Vietnam, the VN M16 M4 high caps, but they only hold like 210 rounds, 260 rounds.
Yeah.
Right. So I can agree with that standpoint, but at what count do we cut it off?
People I know that own Sistemas are like, I've never seen one newer than 2011 ever, and I've never heard of anybody buying an American PTW, like the $2,000 ones, because I just feel like there's no need
Shout out
for
to
it.
Eddie, because he really wants one.
Yeah, so if you own like a Systema PTW and you just don't feel like reloading, and you can still take it to Milsim events because it's technically a mid-cap, check out Z-Shot and their 1,200 round mid-capacity magazine. But if you have a 2011, it'll probably break before then. So, all right, so we are going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the very first AMA. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, go ahead and drop your questions down below for us if you have any questions you want to direct towards any one of us specifically, or if you want a general answering. Now, I'm asking, please don't make it Airsoft related, not because I don't want to answer your Airsoft questions, but because I want to talk about things other than Airsoft. So, again, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit the notifications icon to be notified anytime we upload brand new content here on YouTube. Cisco has something to say.
If you have a name for this, drop it in the comments. We can't think of one.